Excuse me. Oh, do I get to save a friend? I get to save a friend. Cool. That is very useful. Awesome. That's another friend saved. And those guys are going to actually reward me. One of the things I'm going to do as I head out from this area is I'm actually going to be going to the reward center. So I should get a couple of things because I've saved a number of them so far. Nothing huge this early in the game, but hey, saving people is good. Okay. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, why not pop up to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map of this area, available now for an excellent price. So he has now left the area. I'm always in love with games like this that kind of show kind of a lost kingdom, right? You know, an area that once upon a time was grand and amazing and has since kind of, you know, grown decrepit and damaged over time. Because I love the idea of looking at it and going, man, you know, what must this place have been like when it was actually, like, fully going? Whenever the game measures time, probably just by, have I beaten X boss yet? That's usually how games like this do things. I don't know if I'm able to complete this yet. Yeah. Okay, so this is an area I can't actually do anything in yet. So we're just gonna mark it, move on. I do not have that ability. I do know, like, I've played games that actually will track actual time, but if you're a player like me, who I tend to move pretty quick through games, and while I'm generally very thorough, because I've played so many games in my time, it's not very hard for me to figure out, like, okay, this is what the game wants me to do. At some point, I may put up, like, the original Hollow Knight videos I was doing, maybe after I've beaten this, to kind of show what my thought process was as I was moving through areas I didn't know. Usually, I'm pretty quick, and I was usually sitting here going, okay, this area wants me to have, you know, such and such an ability. So like, I'll be saying, like, okay, the game is expecting me to have, like, a double jump analog. The game is expecting me to have, you know, the game is expecting me to have a dash. The game is expecting me to have, you know, this, that, and the other thing. So I did that a lot. So, but that's because I've played enough of these games that I get an idea that, okay, this isn't bad game design when when there's this ledge that's too far for me to go to. I should expect there to be an ability that will allow me to go here later. If you're a player who isn't experienced, though, it's way too easy for you to be, you know, wandering around forever, essentially, you know, looking for stuff that you'll basically never find. And so having a game that's, or having things like that based on time seems like a terrible idea. Okay, Sly. Hello. I knew we'd meet again. How do you like my cozy little store? I've made myself pretty comfortable here, selling old trinkets to travelers like yourself. If you're planning a trip below, I have several items that may improve your chance of survival. Okay, so he's got a mass shard, he's got a vessel fragment. I'm just gonna pick up the mask shard. So that is basically a piece of heart. So that is going to be 1/4 of a full heart for us. We will hopefully be finding more in the near future, so that felt like a decent purchase.
Papanada.
Okay, let's go ahead and buy the shell markers. I mean, look, so here's the thing. You can sit here and you can call something a ripoff. But there's a thing about it that if there are only so many there's only so many good ways to show a mechanic, right? Like, how many ways do we have of showing how much health you have? Well, we can do what this game does, which is have 5 basically hits. You can use a an X out of X hit point system, but there's only so many ways to do that. There's also only so many ways to grow your health. You can have experience. You can have your health grows when you kill a boss. You can have your health grows when you pick up a pickup. There's only so many ways you can do things. So to kind of sit and go, well, this is a ripoff of this, it's kind of, like, stupid. Because there's only so many ways you can do that. And if a way is good, then why not do it? The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hollownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. So I could not have come here until I had the ability I have. Couldn't have the ability I have until I beat the boss from earlier. I'm really annoyed that he's been aiming this directly at me. But yeah, like, there's only so many ways to do kind of simple mechanics. So, at the end of the day, what do you want them to do when it's a simple mechanic? Honestly, I would rather them use a mechanic that works, that we know that works, than try to come up with a new mechanic that might suck. Now, it's not to say I don't want a game to innovate. I don't want it to, I definitely want a game to innovate. I want it to come up with new ideas. Whoops, I forgot that those things explode. I do want it to come up with, new stuff. But at the same time, though, you don't have to always innovate. There is space for you to, look at the standard toolkit and to go, okay, this ability works. We don't need something unique and special for ours. Let's just go. Like, I'm not going to say this game is a copycat of Mario because it uses the ability to jump, Ow. Forgot about these things. Yeah, well, it's not copy. I mean, remember, if you go look at a lot of literature, a lot of very basic ideas were used a long time ago. Like, people such as, like, Shakespeare came up with a lot of kind of basic things that are kind of normal for us now. But archetypes exist for a reason. It's because they work and people can use them. You don't want to shame someone for using an archetype. What you shame someone for is if they don't do anything unique. But if they take a concept, such as, for example, the Dark Souls fight multiple bosses rapidly, hardcore, something like that. Well, Dark Souls wasn't even the first person who did multiple bosses rapidly, hardcore. That sort of exploration game has been around for a while. I forget, do we actually... Yeah, we don't have a map for this area, but it keeps track of the fact that, that I recorded for when I actually get the map. Well, yeah, that's a thing, is that a lot of basic ideas have been used before in the past. They're not, it's very hard to be truly innovative in today's world because of how much has already been done. But the solution for that... I forgot this guy, yeah. the solution for that is, can you make it unique and interesting to yourself? You know, can you take this idea that someone else used and twist it so that way yours is different from theirs in a way that's, like, noticeably different? That's the important question. If the answer is yes, you're good. If the answer is no, then you're just being a copycat. I mean, and the word "good," take it with a grain of salt. It was less good, and oops, crap. Well, copying other games and making them crappy, yes, it's a signature, but it's not a good one. Back in school, one of the things that we were taught at my school was, if you have to quote someone or if you have to use something that like someone else wrote, the idea is put it in your own words. Okay, so now we got a shortcut. So you're kind of doing the same thing with ideas. It's, can you do it in your own words? Yeah, totally accurate battle simulator. They took the concept of a Battlegrounds game, and then they added goofiness. Isn't this a contrast from the Crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. Done my best to chart the area ahead, though. I must admit, some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Yes, I'll purchase a map. I don't think I'm able to actually do anything here. So we're gonna leave that here until we get the next ability. I mean, there's definitely a place for like crappy games, just as there's a place for crappy movies. Like there's a place for them. But again, you got to have more than just that. Ow. I definitely like the map maker. I think the wife's a bit of a shrew. She kind of annoys me a little bit. Tiny Squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land, slay its beasts, prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter. Take in the hunter's journal. Press back to open the menu, then navigate to the journal pane, defeat enemies to add new entries to the journal, and decipher the hunter's notes. You may have overcome a few creatures, but you are only just beginning. Don't delay. Descend to the belly of the world and hunt down the ones you find. So now I have access to the journal, so it'll tell me a lot about, these enemies. And then as I defeat more of them, it starts to give me more and more information about them. Thankfully, and this is something I really appreciate about Hollow Knight, is that when it does something like that, it does go, okay, some of those are mimics. It does go backwards when it does stuff like that, so it does keep track of the fact that, I have seen some of this stuff before, I've killed some of this stuff before. It doesn't make me start at 0 when I've already done work. And I really appreciate games that give me credit for stuff I've already done. Not enough games do that. Lore, but I think it also will tell you, like, how much money they drop. It'll even give you an idea of their combat at a certain point. You see him. You start seeing him later on in the game. Hi, Hornet. Did not want to drop in here, actually. That being said, I remember there being a bench right here. I 100% expect, ow, to die to Hornet a couple times. I don't think you get a more complete map the later you find him. I think it's always the same. Okay. Hi, Hornet. You can see that I don't really have a lot of directions I can go right now. So the game is kind of leading me in one direction. I think it's going to open up soon because it wants me to have the skill that I'm about to learn. I don't think I can do this room yet, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, in the very near future, the game is gonna open up and it's gonna go, okay, I've been, you know, leading you around by the nose long enough. It is time for you to kind of start doing your own thing. Ow. Didn't even see this little jerk. If I remember correctly, there's only so much up I can do in this room before I'm going to get gated off. Whoops. I don't know if I can make that jump. I can. Okay, I'm just bad. Right now, I'm kind of on the lookout for a bench. nice to see one around here sometime. Let's see. Where am I? Oh, okay. This is where Hornet went originally. Oh, crap. That's acid. Welcome back, Yugi. Yeah, I have to go the long way around. See you later, Vanias. Okay, we have money. I'm actually kind of expecting a boss sometime soon. Oh, crap. Alrighty. Shirks, all of them. Okay, supposedly in this room there's a bench. I'd like to use it. Okay, there we go. Got our bench, got our map updated. Do I want to go? So, let's see. I'm reasonably certain, if I'm recalling, that I'm going to check it anyways, but I'm reasonably certain down doesn't go. Ow. Oh, that snipe. I'm reasonably certain that down doesn't go anywhere. That I can go right now. I'm pretty sure this is a dead end right now. Yeah, because I can't go that way. Can I go up and over? Where does this go? Can't go up. Oh, hey. Hi, friend. Can't go up because it's a lever that I have to hit from above. I've seen similar concepts. It's not as weird as you might think. Hello. From moss and leaf our life is drawn, while it grows upon the path we shall never wilt. Oh, am I gonna go for this? I can't. That's right. I can't do this yet. Okay. This room sucks and I hate it. Like, I'm gonna come back to it and we're gonna get it done as soon as I possibly can, but God, that room is terrible. There's a stag point somewhere around here. I can't remember where, because I haven't found this area's stag point yet. Believe me, I'm very cognizant of just how much money I have on me. Especially given, like I said, there is a boss coming up. Ouch. Jerk. I swear, enemies that shoot at diagonals are always so weird to fight against. Okay, so left is my boss. What's right? Oh, these jerks. I remember these jerks. Ow. Bite me, big boy. Okay. Now, typically, a mini-boss means we have something nice coming up. Which, in this case, I'm very much hoping is our stag. I remember this area. Okay, come on, you jerk. Damn it. Stop calling for friends. Thank you. Save the old man. Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again, you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. You're still bothering me for I'm a knight. I'm not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Be gone, lest I draw my nail. Yep, it's an old man. Just another NPC that we have saved. Okay, there is stuff to do to the right, but I'm not going to bother with that right now.